Open woke sessions, mind, body, soul, no second guessing. Spilling truths, no sugarcoat dressing. Wisdom, honey, cash and knowledge, blessing. Hands to the streets, wide open the road. Eyes on the prize, ain't no time for jokes, lies and eyes. These chains we roll, truth on the mic, destiny and vote. Hands to the streets, wide open.
Hey, how y'all doing out there? This is Audi Ride with Wide Open Woke Podcast, coming to you with more information to make you want to say, wow. Today is a special episode. You know, I'm sending a shout out to that Mothership, that 3i Atlas that's out there. Yes. I don't own this music. This is George Clinton, Mothership Connection. The bomb. Old school, where you at? Hey. Woo. Yeah, I don't own this music. That's George Clinton, the Mothership Connection. That's a shout out to that 3i Atlas that's out there behind that sun, coming around that sun. Yes. I know y'all don't want to televise it, but we know it's out there. I had to come in with that right there, dog. Coming to you with more information about that 3i Atlas. You know, every telescope on Earth is just waiting for it to come around that sun. You know, it's coming around that sun. We know now that it is a spaceship. We got more confirmation that from another psychic. They just came forth and they just, hey, it's a spaceship. This one has a different message that it received. The first message from the other psychic said that it came to Earth. We just came to get the star seeds, but we come in peace. You know, we come in peace. This psychic, you're going to hear this one. Hey, we just passed it through. But anyway, you need to hear it from her. We're going to bring it on up here. Let's do this. We got a new setup here on StreamYard. I'm loving it. Let me get this other ticker tape out the way. Please like and subscribe, please. I appreciate it. I appreciate if you like and subscribe. It does so much for the show, and I'm trying to get more subscribers, and it's going to be off and popping. But let's hear this, what she has to say.
A particular thing, and then it's like, I wonder if it's, and then to have it once again even validated, just that what that must mean for yourself was, such a huge piece there. I wanted to ask a question. This is random. I'm not sure if this is going to qualify for anything. There is this really interesting thing that's happening in the moment at the world. We've had three sort of unidentified, but like weird sort of 3i Atlas. Like this is the third object that's sort of coming through our ecosystem galactically at this time. Have you tuned into anything in terms of around what's going on there?
Yeah, I've remote viewed 31 Atlas, and I actually remote viewed the other one as well. That happened, I think, a year or two ago. Yeah, the giant
comet. Tell us more about what's going on here.
So, I mean, the most important thing about remote viewing in general is that you have no attachment to any preconceived notion, right? It's called front loading. The second that you think you know the outcome of the remote view or the information, you're muddying the results. So for me, especially going into this like 31 Atlas comet, it's like, okay, like, I mean, what is it, right? And so for me and my perception, it's like, I'm down for it to be anything. Like I have no attachments. Like the outcome doesn't affect me, but I am very curious. Like, what is it? So I did observe it, took a look, and from what I saw, as always, take it or leave it. But I did see it being how do I put this? It is a spacecraft, is what I saw. And there were intelligent life forms inside of it. And we are talking like extraterrestrial, like solid intelligent life forms, not just like microorganisms. And essentially, so I asked, like, what's your purpose? Like, what are you doing here? Oh my goodness, are you going to invade the planet? And they were like, no, we're just passing through. Like, it was so lackluster. Like, you really think that there's like some grand purpose. Now, of course, like, the fact that they're coming through our solar system at this time, and they're quite an interdimensional ship, so they're cloaking, like they've got a cloaking device.
Hold on, just passing through. Don't you know that they're just passing through? How are they just passing through? You know, I'm trying to see how in the world, they said already on the scientists said when this thing was approaching before it even got to our solar system that it had no characteristics of a comet. It kept saying, hey, this little field in front of it that's bursting out in front of it, this is not common. This is we have not seen this on a comet before. Oh, this ice is right here. This should be a trail here, but there's no trail here. This is usually there's a trail, and if it's a comet. So now the scientists kept telling this one scientist, the Japanese one, that's the Asian one, that's with the long hair, with the white hair. He keeps giving you everything that's on when you listen to him, everything that it's not, hoping that you would catch the clue that you had to keep watching. That this is not a comet, but it's a spacecraft. So a spacecraft. So let's get into what else she was saying about this. I want to get into what she was, she had to finish getting into this right here. Hold on.
But for whatever reason, that species didn't have like an invisibility. I was like, why don't you just make yourself invisible like most other ships? Yeah. And they're like, yeah, we can't get there. Like, I don't know. It's like the density of their ship. So they can cloak, but they can't become invisible. There's a significance to their frequency passing us by, but they're not necessarily like coming into this solar system for us. Like, which I always laugh like at our sort of ego as like humanity. Like, if it is aliens, like they're here to invade us. Like, what if they're not? What if they're just passing through? So that was kind of the information that I got, is that, and they are good ones. Like, there's good and bad extraterrestrials, but I saw that they were connected to the Galactic Federation of Light. And yeah, this was just like sort of the fastest way to get to where they were going. And this isn't the end. So I don't think we're going to expect too much from it come November or whatever. But it's kicking up a conversation that I think is an important conversation to have. So it is making an impact that's positive.
Hey. Ooh, I told y'all. I told you. I said that for one, that keep an eye on this thing. So when it got to our solar system, it got near Mars. It interacted with Mars because, as you heard the other video before this one with the other psychic that said it was a ship, said they were Martians that got away from Mars before the cataclysm that hit Mars. They had a catastrophe that would make Mars the way it is now. But before it made it the way it was then, some were able to escape the planet. They went way out in the universe. Now they came back to see if they could recolonize, maybe do something there with Mars again. But way it came in to our solar system, the scientists kept saying, ain't no comet came in on a projected. How for a comet to come in on the way it came in as it paraded the planets? That's not a comet. But when them NASA satellites picked up that satellite, that picture of the ship, shut down the government. So y'all arguing back and forth for nothing. Well, they had to do a show. They had to stir the energy up. They knew they can grasp something out of the situation, but at the same time, shut down the government, shut down the satellites that were connected to the government that was through NASA. So boom, 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 boom. They killed two birds with one stone by doing that. But here's the catch. People. How long was the longest government shutdown? Okay. How long? Maybe 30 days or so, maybe just a little over 30 days. But I guarantee you this is going to be the longest shutdown, because They don't know what to do right now. They're waiting to see what's going to come from around that sun. How long you going to stay in our solar system ship? How long you going to stay? Are you going to? I was hoping they set up orbit because we need help. We need help. That's going to be on our side. That's against this doggone government and these controlling families that been controlling these bloodline families. We need a little help here. And I believe we need that help. So please set up orbit in our solar system. Please don't leave. Don't just pass through. But we know if you are just passing through and you upgrading the planets and you raising the vibration and the frequency of the planets, oh, we receive that also because we need it big time. We need it big time. But it's so glad to know that, hey, there's a mothership out there. Hey, make my funk the P-funk. Be glad to get this information out to you. Y'all wake up. Stop. Y'all too busy running here and there. Y'all need to look around here and see what's happening. Don't get caught up into too many distractions that you don't see what's happening with the government and all this other stuff that's happening, because there's a lot more distractions is going to come up because they need as many people as distracted as possible that will not look this way. Don't look this way. Look that way. We doing something over here, but we don't want y'all to see this over here. So y'all look that way. Oh, it's another distraction. Look that way. No. Time out. Game over. Game over. Game over. So, hey, this is Audi Ride with Ride Up Home Podcast. It's just a little insert. We're going to get back with you later on with more information. Got to get out of here. Intro. Take me out. Same side.
Blast wide open woke sessions. Mind, body, soul, no second guessing. Spilling truths, no sugarcoat dressing. Wisdom hunting, cash and knowledge blessing. Hands to the streets, wide open and woke. Eyes on the prize, ain't no time for jokes, lies and eyes. These days we roll, shoot on the mic, destiny and vote. Hands to the streets, wide open.